Hi, Mel Clarke. I worked in Highways England for 14 years. Just a couple of weeks ago was my anniversary. Thanks to any of you on LinkedIn who sort of gave me a thumbs up about my anniversary with Highways England. Predominantly in traffic operations, so traffic officers, control rooms, the guys and the gals in high-vis out on our network. But more recently, in the last couple of years or so, really understanding what our customers want from our network and how we deliver that. And so the title here is helping our customers to be more productive on our network. And that's a quite not too catchy sort of title, but actually the main things that are going to help our customers be productive on our network are quite simple, really. It's three things: keep them moving, keep them informed, and if there is any disruption, kind of minimise and get rid of it as quickly as possible. Sounds dead straightforward, doesn't it? But I want to tell you a bit of a story, actually. That is a picture of the M25. Some of you will recognise it. And, you know, we've got this big roads investment funding envelope. We're building lots of capability and capacity on our network. We're future-proofing it for future demand. And we're heading into RIS 2. We're coming to the end of RIS 1. So we're doing fantastic, huge delivery of great roads programmes. But it's really important that it's not just that we are building that capability, but that we are focused on how we go about doing it. So I put this picture up here because even as recently as the 8th of June last year, and I remember the date very specifically because a customer wrote in very specifically to tell me about his experience on the 8th of June last year, we managed to close 4 of the routes going north, entirely close 4 of the routes going north out of London. And we managed to put roadworks and reduce the only route that we had left open on out of London on the M40 down to 1 lane. Okay, so that was so close to being a Daily Mail, front of the Daily Mail story that we were lucky to get away with it. And the customer, quite rightly, who was a road haulier, wrote to us and said, "We cannot do business on your roads." That was quite an extreme example, but actually in reality, we are delivering this investment programme, but we weren't joined up in the organisation in terms of actually how are we doing that? What is the impact of delivering that programme? So it's a real example. Because actually the big business users of our network tell us that we have a direct impact on their productivity. Okay, if we cannot get around your network at night when we do most of our work and when you seem to want to shut everything, we cannot be productive. We cannot deliver goods and services. Our network accounts for 66% of all freight movements. So actually, we're really important to them. And so even though we've made a commitment to delivering customer service, we have to work really hard and collectively across our organisation and across the supply chain actually to ensure that our customers have a good journey experience. So we care about customer service. And why we care about it is we do understand that our roads are vital. Okay? They connect the country, they connect people, businesses, communities. Even if you never travel on the strategic road network, you will be in receipt of goods and services, medicines, parcels, Christmas presents, you name it. That will all have found its way to you through our network. We also know that we're rising customer expectation. So, you know, VED, what they pay through vehicle exercise duty will be directly seen as linking to what we deliver in terms of the strategic road network. And we have to support economic growth. So as I just said, we need to, you know, optimise journey times and reliability through our network. So what have we been up to? Okay, what have we done so far? So I was here 2 years ago. About 2 years ago, wasn't it? And at that time, I was really just sharing how we were gathering the insights. You know, we were really just starting to understand what customers were wanting from us. And in deepening that understanding, we've spent the last couple of years delivering some things, some innovative things, but also a lot of continuous improvement activity, because actually some of this is just about getting the basics right. You know, in terms of how we deliver our service. So we've been actively planning to minimise the impact on big business users, working closely with the freight industry. More direct and responsive dialogue with our customers is really important, and managing the flow of the network. So these are some of the things that we've been getting on with. So you will recognise some of these. So emergency areas on smart motorways, we've painted them orange. Why have we painted them orange? Because customers feel safer. So actually, they don't change the usability of them. We haven't changed the dimensions of them. What we've done is we've made them easier for customers to see where they are and access them and understand the importance of them. We've rolled out Twitter capability to all of our regional control centres. Originally, we were just doing social media from our national team. All of our regional control centre operators now have the capability to tweet our customers. So actually, when things are happening on the network in real time, our control room operators can have a dialogue with customers about what's going on, how quickly we're going to alleviate the disruption, other alternatives, other options that they can take. Another example is we've introduced a new role in our national team, the National Network Manager, who oversees the smooth flow of the running of the network. So traditionally we've worked in regions, but actually nobody really kind of understanding how the whole journey experience for a customer travelling across regions was really happening. So that role's in place. And also they have a direct dialogue with big business users as well. So 24/7, if there's something going on that's pretty significant and we know it's going to impact a particular road haulier, they will be on the phone to them and talking them through what the disruption is. So that real-time engagement with big business users. Most importantly, back to my sort of earlier picture of the M25, last year we could not tell our customers what roads we'd got closed every night. Okay, we simply weren't in the place where we were actually joined up enough to say what we're doing every night in terms of full road closures. So we spent a lot of time, bit of tin can, bit of string, so really kind of hand cranking this, but really engaging all of the teams across the organisation who are in the delivery space to really understand what their programmes of delivery are, to plan and coordinate so that they don't create similar examples like the one I showed you earlier, and then for us to be able to publish really accurate closure information. So we moved from 20% accuracy in terms of telling our customers what roads we got closed every night to over 80% accuracy, and now we're moving towards rolling out a 7-day forward look, because our customers tell us, especially our freight customers, that they quite like to know 7 days or more in advance what our plans are on our network. So we're working very, very hard in that space. And specifically, we're making a difference for these guys. These are examples of the early adopters of the report, the accuracy reports that we put out now. So they subscribe to a report that we provide on a daily basis. There are over 200 subscribers now to that report. That helps them do business. That helps them manage their plans for how they're going to move their goods and services around their network. So we have made an absolute direct impact, some real big businesses across the country. It also helps our own people. So we've got a customer contact centre. Actually, at one point, our customer contact centre would struggle to tell our customers what we were doing each day. And now they're absolutely able to inform any customer who phones in what's going to happen with so-and-so road tonight. I can tell you that will be closed at such and such location. Direct feed into their centres helps with their journey planning, absolutely. But more importantly, it's making our teams in our own organisation talk to each other about what their plans are, not just within their own little schemes, not just within their own regions, but across boundaries. So each Friday, there is a cross-company conversation that takes place where all those plans are discussed, and we almost with a crayon and a sort of notebook, sort of say, actually, would you really want to do that to the M1 next week? And we rejig those plans in order to make it a better customer experience. So it's a real mental shift, and none of it is hugely innovative. It is getting the basics right. So how we bring it to life in our organisation, that's our strategy. We published it back in very early 2016, so I probably brought this here the last time I was here. And at the time, we were absolutely in the consistently delivering the basic space, and we're still there. It's still important that we get those basic things right. But we are moving it ahead. We are becoming more innovative. We are improving our service. We are improving our network. We use this strategy. We've developed a 5-year rolling plan, and then each year we draw down an annual plan of the specific things that we're going to deliver in the customer service and customer experience space. And it underpins our values. Okay, so our people and our supply chain, live through our company values. So actually, it's all about contribution. We all need to understand in our own organisation and with our suppliers how we contribute to that customer experience. It's a team effort. We want our customers to know that we care. okay, and they will know that because we take passion and ownership for the things that we do. And we want our customers to trust us. They have to trust us, and they have to trust that we will keep them safe, and they have to trust that we will treat them with integrity. We've spent a lot of time across our organisation with our teams through our regional conferences, through National Customer Service Week, really helping everybody understand there's an us in customer. That's been the real challenge, that actually there's no one person, or it isn't because you've got customer in the title in your job. Everybody's delivering customer service. Everybody is responsible for our customers' experience. So we're making sure that our values are fully aligned to what we want our customers to think and feel about us. So, good news. This slide's a little bit old. Only a few weeks old, but it's a few weeks out of date, which is great, because we were in the developing space when we measured our customer maturities. That's kind of, we kind of know we ought to do something about customers, and we ought to have a few plans and things, and we're in that space. We've recently polled across our organisation, and we have, before our target of achieving, by the end of RIS1, a customer maturity of score of 3, we've achieved it this year. And that's fantastic, and that is testament to the fact that we've really engaged our organisation. We're starting to engage the supply chain around customer as our second imperative, but genuinely making the things happen that need to happen. Now, there's a big leap from engaging to managing and leveraging, so we expect we are still on a 5-year or more journey to get to amazing in this space. But actually, it is really fantastic that our people get this. And actually, as they start to get it and grow their confidence and capability in this area, we will start to see us managing the experience of our customers even better. And we're looking to the future as well. So right now, our customers' expectation isn't particularly set in this space. We've done quite a bit of work with customers about the future expectations, and they probably don't think too much about connectivity and autonomy and electrification. It feels like it's forever away to them. They are still in the, can you just tell us when you've got roads closed? Can you clear up incidents? Can you keep us informed about things that are going on? So actually, we've got to do the thinking for them. So, 10 years ago, you were probably, if you were very savvy, probably got your first iPhone. Now I doubt there's many of us in the room who haven't got 2 or 3 of them. Smart devices knocking about. I've certainly got 2 sitting there that I have remembered to turn off. So, we've got to start doing the thinking for our customers about what the future will mean for them in terms of how they use the network and what that network will be like. So, obviously, we are looking to the future and making sure that we are prepared for that. But it's still, despite whatever comes down the line in the future, it's still about keeping them moving. It's still about keeping them informed. And it's still about minimising the impact of that disruption. That doesn't change, whatever the future brings. So, that's me at an end. I've finished my presentation, and it's over to you guys for questions.